Hey coaches, how are you guys doing? So I'm excited and I cannot believe we're already on post 4 of Coach Basics, which is social media basics. So I'm gonna come in here with a couple of, first we're gonna go over everything that's in the Coach Basics training, and then I'm just gonna go over a couple of tips for you guys to use, okay? So social media basics, social media is going to be the place where you are going to be able to shine, all right? So in order for you to do that, in order for you to have people trust you, get to trust you, to know you, you need to be present. And if you're not present in your social media, whichever avenue you're using, whether it may be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the ones that I work with most is Facebook and Instagram, but the one that I truly work with is IG. That's where I can say 95% of my people are from Instagram, okay? So through social media, that's going to be the biggest way for you to reach out to people, for them to get to know you, for them to trust you, all right? So you have to have a social media presence. And in order for you to do that, all right, one of the things that you need to do as a new coach is to first announce, all right, announce the launch of your business, okay? You need to announce that you are opening shop. You are open for business. And I do have a blurb that I'm going to post in the comments, all right, for you guys to use for the new people that we have in here who have not opened up shop yet officially on their social media, because that's what you need to do. That's one of the first things that you need to do, and your coach will guide you to that step, okay? So after this video, keep an eye out under the comment section. I'm going to be posting the blurb that you can use, and I'll also post an example, okay? It's also going to be where you're going to share your journey. That means that go out, share your workouts with everyone, share what you're eating with everyone, share how your day is, share a day in the life of you, okay? What does a day in the life of you look like, all right? So that's what I try to do. Lately, I have not been posting as much about my family, which I do need to post more about my kids and things like that. But I do know what my people like, okay? And I know what they love, and people who follow me are just like me. We're foodies, we love food. So what do? I try to make everything that I eat as appealing as possible, visually appealing as possible for them. So like that, when they look at it, they're like, wow, you know, that looks nice. And I don't know about you, but me personally, I eat with my eyes. So as soon as I see a plated dish, if it does not look appetizing, believe you me, half of it is not even going to be touched, okay? So that's how I eat. So because that's how I eat, and because I know who I am, you know, I also know who follows me, and I know what gets the most likes. And when it comes to my personal IG, what gets the most likes is when I'm dressed up, going to a party or something like that. That gets a lot of likes when someone takes a picture of me. My food always gets a lot of likes, you know. Pictures with my family gets a lot of likes. So as a new coach, at first, you know, it's going to be a lot of trial and error, and that's fine. Don't go crazy about it. And also for me, because I love to write, any type of motivational pic that I post and what I put with it gets a lot of likes, okay? And that's because one of the things that I truly do love to do, and I'm starting to do more of it now, and which I'm gonna do take all of that writing and put it into a blog, which I'm going to be setting up soon. And it's because of my love for writing. I do love to write. I did stop it for a while, but I'm trying to get back into it again, and that's fine, you know. I get a lot of ideas from, you know, things I read, things I may be going through myself. You know, so I tend to share in that aspect. Sometimes when I may post a motivational, it may be a quote or something inspirational, it's usually because some of that has something to do with what I may be going through at that moment. So it's the reason why I'm able to write about it so freely, okay? So having said that, after that, just make sure that when you're sharing, when you're putting your things out there, that you are giving it value. All right, don't just put you know, oh, I did my workout, that's it, you know. And I used to do that, you know, and sometimes I may still be guilty of that. But you know what, I'm a little bit more known, but you're starting out, so you want to, you know, if you're putting something out there, tell the people, why are you working out? How is it making you feel? You know, you have to go a little bit deep at times, you know. Talk about, perhaps, you know, like even on a Thursday, like if you're going like throwback Thursday type of thing, you could say, you know what, a year ago, 5 months ago, you know, I never thought that I would be feeling have so much energy like I do now after a workout. I wouldn't have even thought about doing a workout 5 months ago. I didn't even want to know about working out. You have to talk how you truly feel, how you were feeling before, and how it's making you feel now. Why? Because that way you're going to be able to talk to someone. There is someone out there that is watching you, and you're going to be able to touch that person with what you are talking about, okay? With what you're sharing. But if you're not sharing enough on your social media about you, how are they going to get to know you? How are they going to trust you? Okay. Another thing, you know, that you can do is also, you know, share tips, because health tips or beauty tips or things like that, all of that help, okay? Because you're adding value, and many times, you know, someone may not know an information that you're putting out there, and they'll tell you, oh, you know, thank you so much for this, I had no idea. So the more that you share with people on your social media, the more present that you're being, the better it's going to be for you later on when you're posting an invite. Okay, think about that. Also, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged if at first you don't get many likes, because you know what, at the end of the day, yeah, it's great to get 200 likes, 150 likes, and blah, 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 you know, but it's not so much about the likes, because I know people who get a lot of likes, yet they're not really doing much in the business, okay? It's not about that. It's about like how are people perceiving you? Are they perceiving you as being genuine, that you truly are passionate about this, or that you're just looking for a buck, you know? So you have to think about, how are you coming off? How I'm coming off is who I am in my social media, okay? In my social media, that is who I am. You know, people may like it, other people may not, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. I really don't care. You know, I will put things, this is me. I will put things about, let's say, sex, you know, sex tips. I would do that on social media. I haven't done it as much as I used to, but I would do something like that. Why? Because it's who I am, you know. I love it. It's a part of me, you know, why not? But there are other people that, you know, that may try to do the same thing, but you know what? It's probably not who they are. You know, I'm a very I do put things in there, about romance and all of that. And I'm all into all those things. So people already know me for that. So when I put something like, a sex tip or whatever, at first it may be shocking to some, and to others, they're like, oh, there goes Cruz again, and that's who I am. I put things about food. I love cooking. Like, I truly love cooking. That's who I am. So now that I'm not working full time, that I'm more, at home, and I can take care of the things with my business, which is a blessing. I'm able to cook more, and those things now I'm able to share with the public who I am. This is Cruz, in her element. She loves to cook. Not that I love to cook every single day, I'm not gonna lie, but I do love to cook. And because of that, because I have a passion for it, it comes off on how I present my plates, because that's who I am. Plain and simple, it's who I am. So, having said that, you have to find your groove. You have to find your flow. You have to be able to be open and be vulnerable. And that took me a time, because I used to be extremely private. And because of that, I know that a lot of people didn't get to know me the way they needed to. But I'm fine with that. Now I know what I needed, what I did. You learn, okay? So little by little, I started coming out of my shell, and it'll take time, and that's totally fine. It's totally fine. So take your time, little by little, but put yourself out there. You have to put yourself out there. If you're not vulnerable enough, if you're not being you, if you're trying to be, if let's say I saw what something Denise did, something Corey did, you know what? 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work for me. You know why? Because I'm not Denise, I'm not Corey. I'm me, I'm Cruz, and they already know who I am. So because you may post something that, I may post something that you have posted before, I may not get as many likes as you did. I may not get as many people responding, because you know what? It's not me. It's not me. So you have to be true to who you are on social media. And you have to be open, and you have to be honest, because you know what? All those things, people do pick up on that. People do pick up if you're not genuine enough. And I think that that's one of the reasons why a lot of people they struggle. They struggle because they're not being true to who they are. And, or they're trying to keep so much away, and just sharing the little best parts of you, and not sharing those struggles, because you know what? We all struggle. We're not perfect. So putting your struggles out there is only going to help someone else who is struggling and who can relate and identify to your struggle and join you when you put that invite out there. Think about that. I get many women, believe it or not, because I used to talk about this so much on social media before, about relationships and, about toxic relationships and struggles and, all those things. And I still, to this day, I'm sorry, I get messages. To this day, I get, the women that I attract are many women like me. And, right now, a lot of them are very private. They don't want their things out there. They're going through some type of, struggle in their relationship. So it's things I can identify with, things about domestic violence. It's things that I can identify with. So I'm able to help them. And to see them flourish in a private setting, like a challenge group, all right? Just like right now, I'm really, really loving my challenge group. I opened up a whole new one, and I love the women that I have in there right now. To see them thriving right now, to see them, that confidence level just going up, that means everything. So in order for you to attract who you are, you have to be you. That's it on social media. You have to be who you are. All right? Put yourself out there. Share and share and share some more. Okay? Share your workouts. Share you drinking Shakeology. Share, time with your family. Yes, there's some things you may want to keep private. Okay, that's fine. All right. And I understand you may not want to put your family out there, just like that, since you're just starting out. And that's fine too. But little by little, they need to know and identify who are you, besides a coach. Besides, always, okay, I see you drinking a shake. I see you eating your food. And I see you working out. But who are you? So those are things you need to think about, because they are going to be asking, like, how can I relate to you? How can you relate to what I'm going through and who I am? Are you a single mom? Are you a mother of young kids? Are you a working mom, a full-time working mom outside? Do you know how I struggle, working outside full-time and still coming home to do everything I need to do at home, take care of 2 kids, 3 kids, her husband, or if not, a single mother. I have no time. How can you relate to me? So all those are things that you have to, think about when you're posting. When you're, thinking, you know what, I don't want to put my life out there, because you don't want to put your life out there, but someone else is waiting on you. So think about that. Try and post 3 on your IG. I try to post on my IG. I try to post 3 to 5 times a day. On my Facebook, I may post a little less. Okay, so on my Facebook, I may post about maybe. Usually, I pass everything from my Instagram to my Facebook. Well, now it's going to my like page. But on my actual Facebook, sometimes I'm trying to now lessen it probably to 3 times a day. So, but on my IG, because that's where my business is and that's where I'm more present, then I try to do it 3 to 5 times a day, okay, on my IG. What I do on my IG is I want them to know that my girls are getting transformations. I want them to know that if you come to me, yes, you are going to get results. So they are not going to know that if they are just seeing me. I want them to also see my girls who are getting results. So in my group, I've been blessed to have many girls have transformations and to actually get their transformations. I actually have a couple more, that are giving me transformations as we speak. And, I ask their permission and I use those as well. So you want to start using transformations out there. So I usually do is Monday and Tuesday, I'll put a transformation. On Tuesdays, I try to put mine, but since I've already put them many times on IG, what I'll do is sometimes put someone else's, okay, for Transformation Tuesday. And I always write a story with it. I try to write as much as I can of the person. And also on Wednesdays, usually on Wednesdays is when I will post a transformation picture followed by an invite. Usually about 30 minutes to an hour later, I'll post an invite as well. Okay? Then on Thursday, I'll post another transformation picture. On Friday, I will post an invite as well. So I try to be like constant, okay? At times, what I would do, and not at times, many times, what I would do is I will delete the actual invite, not the transformation, the invite, and I will repost it again. So like that, it doesn't look like so many invites, okay? I try to do that usually in the beginning of the month. So like that, I know that by the second week or so, I'm already good with Success Club. That's the aim. At times when I was working full time It wasn't like that because it was a little difficult for me to try and post as many times at work and things like that. But I still managed to hit Success Club, and it was usually hitting Success Club like about a week before the month ended. So it could be done, okay? It could be done. So right now what I'm trying to do is just pick up my flow now that I've been working full-time, that I'm not working full-time anymore. So that's what I do, all right? Now, I just wanted to give you guys a little example. Hold on a second. I want to give you guys a little example, all right? When you're going to post, try and give some advice, like I said before, some tips, okay? Health tips, beauty tips, things like that. They're always very helpful to whoever's watching you. Photos, okay? So when you're gonna post a picture, you have to really pay attention to what you're posting, because when you're posting, the pictures should be bright. They should be, you know, not dull, not dark, not grainy, okay? Because that's not going to attract the attention of who's looking at your IG or who's looking at your Facebook, especially IG. IG, you know, I've always told my girls is this: you have to look at IG as a magazine. You have to think of IG as a magazine, okay? So when you're looking at high-end magazines, think about Condé Nast, okay? Think about Travel and Leisure. Think about Harper Bazaar, you know, all the fashion magazines. Think about those. When you're looking through those, or Oprah, even Oprah, you know, you're looking at the advertisement, because you see, you're going page by page and you see a lot of advertisements, and the pictures, they're so vivid, they're so beautiful, and you just want to be wherever this is, or you want this, and it's making you, it's giving you like that desire that, you know what, I want that bag, or I want those shoes, I want that, you know, that jacket, or I would love to be in Greece right now. Look how beautiful that water looks. So that attracts, it calls your attention. So when you're putting a picture, when you're posting a picture, look at it before you post that picture. If it's too dark, if it's too grainy, if you have an iPhone, you can lighten that up. There are so many apps that you can be using to try and edit that picture, okay? And make it brighter, make it lighter, make it pop, because that's very important when you're posting pics. So what I'm going to do at the end of this, I'm going to also post in the comments a list, okay? It's going to have my tips for you, as well as going to have some of the apps that you should be using, okay? And I will also write in the comments, because that particular post that I did was about a year old, and now we have a couple other apps, okay? So I'll add those apps in. So you guys need to pay attention to what you're posting. I see sometimes pics that I'm like, no. So you need to go and invest in your business, okay? Invest in your business, because if you don't invest in your business, and you're not going to go and, you know, purchase an app for at least $1.99 or $2, that's going to make a difference to your pictures, and it's going to get you much more attention than, I don't know what to tell you. But me personally, I invest what I can in my business, because I know that the return is going to be much more out of it. So look at your pictures that you're posting. Before you post, okay, before you post anything, before you post a picture, before, you know, that picture with the post that you're actually going to do, ask yourself, and so what? You know, does this picture, you know, the post that you're about to put on Facebook or IG, the picture that you're about, does it say anything? Does it mean anything? Is it going to be relatable to somebody else? Is someone else going to take interest in it? Think about those things. Don't just put like, hey, Shakeology. No. And I'm going to come back to that in a few minutes. Put some humor. Let them see that, you know, who you are. You know, share a little bit about who you are. So if you're a person that's, you know, if you're a jokester, hey, put it out there. Be funny. There's so many people that are going to gravitate to you because of that. So who doesn't love a happy, positive, personable person? Who doesn't love that? I know I do. I laugh when I see something, crazy out there. I love it. So put it out there. You can do some type of, like soft selling, in other words, let's say when you're putting your, posting a workout pic, like a sweaty pic, you can say something like, I'm in the best shape of my life, since high school, since I started X, Y, and Z program. That, will also it will catch the attention of certain people, because they'll be like, wow, this person, before she started working out, she wasn't, all happy and whatnot, because you may think that people are not watching you, but believe you me, you're on social media, and if you're constantly out there, people are watching you, okay? Even if you think you're not getting many likes, but there will be something, mark my words, there will be something that you end up posting out there that is going to resonate with the right person. So don't get discouraged. And I know that as a new coach, because I know I was, all right? As a new coach, sometimes you tend to get discouraged when you don't see things happening right away. But don't get discouraged, because they will. And you know how they will? If you remain consistent, if you remain committed, that's how they will. So don't get discouraged. Just continue doing what you're doing. If you know that you're consistent, that you're committed to, to you being a CEO of your business, then things will start happening for you. So just remember that. Also, motivational and inspirational quotes, I tend to put those in the morning. So like that. So before, what I used to do first thing in the morning, I used to put an inspirational and motivational post, all right? That used to be the first thing I did in the morning. But sometimes now I've switched it up a bit, and what I do now, instead of putting an actual post, at times I may put myself. So if I worked out, I would put a motivational post with my picture, okay? Like I'll take like either a selfie, or I'll take like on a full body mirror, full length mirror. I would take a full body picture, and then make sure that I have enough room on one of either side, and put a motivational quote, and I will use word swag for that, okay? Put a motivational quote or something, and then write something inspirational underneath. Okay, you can do that, because you also have to make sure that you're being seen. All right, you cannot just fill your IG, which I see sometimes, with just motivational posts. Yeah, great, be inspirational, be positive, that's awesome. But if you're just filling up your IG with selfies and inspirational quotes, who are you helping? How are you sharing what you're doing and what you're about? So you have to really, really be intentional about your posting. If you're not intentional about what you're posting, okay, then that's when you're going to just post anything. Be intentional about your posting. Your motivational pictures, usually those are best first thing in the morning. Then after that, what I would do was first thing in the morning, something motivational. Then after that, I would put something like, either when I was working full time, it would be me like on my ride to work, since I had a 2-hour commute. It would be like me on my ride to work, and I'd put something inspirational again, okay? But it would be me showing myself, all right? Then probably an hour after that, I would put something, whatever I'm having for breakfast. Then after that, I would put probably like a tip or something. Then I would put my lunch. Then on my way back from work, sometimes I would catch a beautiful sunset, and I would put a sunset, because that's who I am. I love sunsets. So I would, post a picture of a sunset and write something, inspirational about it. Then I usually work out at night. I will post my workout, okay? Then I will post a transformation pic. And if it wasn't a day that I was doing an invite, then I would leave it alone. After that, I would just leave it there and let it overnight, let people see that transformation pic. Also, when I'm posting a transformation pic, I'm adding to my network. Before I post and after I post, I add to my network. I'm going to tell you, I do everything organically. I know there are people who use Instagram. I did start using Instagram for a while, but then I stopped. I've grown my IG organically. So I'm already almost at 17,000, and it's been basically on my own, all right? So what I do is that I'll go and I'll post every time I'm gonna put a transformation picture that I know I'm posting a transformation, I'm adding to my network. How many people do I add? I would say about 30 to 40, and I will do the same again, 30 to 40 after the transformation. If I know I'm doing an invite, the same thing, I will do more, I will add even more people on there, because I know that a lot of these people that are already on my IG have already seen transformations, have already seen my invites. I want new eyes on them, okay? So that's another thing. Also success stories, like I said, and that would be transformation pictures. Personal accomplishments, you know, put out, like I said, put yourself out there, put, you know, what have you accomplished? What, you know, what's so great in your day today, you know, put it out there. And, you know, ask your people for advice. That's another way to get some interaction as well, okay? So having said all that, I want to go back to the Shakeology thing. Who is watching me? Tell me who's watching me. Someone's watching me. Okay. I want to go back to the Shakeology, all right? When you post a Shakeology pic, don't say, I'm drinking a delicious shake. And show your shake, and here's my shake. And no, don't do that. All right, so Kim Carver talked about a form. Hi, Sally. How are you? Okay, Kim Carver. He talked about a form called the 3 Steps to Shakeology Guide, okay? Not sure if you guys can see it with this light, but however, this is everything. If you guys are not using this, and I'm gonna post the link in here, and I think Denise, I think my success partner, Denise, posted it in here already this afternoon. However, I'll double check. If you guys are not using this, okay, and I told my girls already, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you if you guys are not using this. This is an amazing form. It really is, because you know what? If you fill this out, you'll be able to talk about Shakeology left and right, okay? You will have no problems talking about Shakeology. But I still see the, on my way to wherever, and this is my lunch. Okay, great. You're having a shake. And, you know, why are you not adding value to that shake? What has that shake done for you? Why are you still on it? The quick reference guide for coaches, it breaks down everything. It breaks down from some of the ingredients in the shake that you can be talking about. You can select one and talk about it, okay? Why it has done this and this and that for you. There is 5 key things to Shakeology that does to the body, and it tells you right here. They're already here. So you can talk about them on your post. You know, key benefits of using Shakeology regularly. They're here. So I don't understand why I'm still seeing some posts with just you and Shakeology. Why? This form, like I said, is key. If you sit down and you answer these questions. My favorite recipe, what Shakeology has done. You know, it says to review 5 things Shakeology does for the body. I'm in the back, and write it down. What has Shakeology done for you? Like for me, what has Shakeology done for me? I've been on Shakeology for what, 4 or 5 years now? My hair grows like crazy now, all right? My nails, hello, my nails, they're long. I'm 46 years old and my skin is perfect. It helped to lower my cholesterol. I am anemic. It has helped with my anemia, with my blood levels, to control my blood levels. So, you know, I don't understand. It has given me energy. I used to, and I know TMI, I used to suffer from constipation. And you know what? I'm not constipated anymore. You know, it's great. So why are you guys not using that, not using what it has done for you? And why are you not sharing that? Because, you know, I post my pictures, like I used to be guilty of that. But now, you know, I understand that if I'm going to post something about Shakeology, I'm not just going to post, you know, yeah, I look great, you know, look, my Shakeology. No, I'm not going to do that. I am going to tell you what it has done for me, the reason why I am still on this shake for 5 damn years. You know, why? I could have gotten off that shake and been on something else. But there are reasons why, you know, besides the losing weight, that it helped me to lose weight, you know, there are reasons why I'm still on it. Because I love how it makes me feel. Do you know that when I miss a day for whatever reason, that I feel like, oh my God, like I'm missing it. Like my body craves it. So why are you not putting all of that into a post? People, if you're wondering why people are not trusting you and why people are not coming to you and everything, it's because you're doing this with your shake and you're not adding value to your shake. This is the reason why you should be doing this. So like that, you can actually talk about what Shakeology has done, what this amazing shake has done for you. Okay, so that's my spiel on Shakeology and those pictures. All right, so another thing I want to talk about is the hashtags. All right, so when I first started with my upline is Saudi Almonte. When I first started with Saudi Almonte, she found me through Facebook, and I did not have a big following on Facebook. There's a reason for that. When I opened up my Facebook, I did not open it up. Hey, Melissa, I did not open Facebook for, you know, just to be on there socializing like that. I just opened it was to have my family from Ecuador. And like that, we can be like in communication that way. We could just see what each other was up to. I hardly posted on my Facebook. However, one day my upline, she friend requested me. I didn't accept it right away. I accepted it later. Long story short, I saw her transformation and it's history from there. However, I did not have a warm market. All right, I never kept many people around me. I never had many friends because of the reason that I'm extremely private, and I don't believe that, you know, I need to have a big group of friends. Like I will have, like, in one hand, I can count like who I can consider a friend. All right, so I started off with no one when I first started coaching. So how did I build? Was with the cold market. I got to work. So when I decided that I wanted to coach, I didn't have anyone to approach. I didn't have no, you know, friends from here and friends from there and all this and all that. I had no one. I built from my Facebook used to be, and it's still low, you know, considering some people that have like 10,000, you know, 5,000 people, whatever, you know, because I know there's a limit on Facebook, but I think I have like about 2,600 right now. However, when I first started coaching, I had 100. Okay, I had 100. And when I first started IG, when I first started coaching, I did not know what Instagram was. And I had never been on that platform. When I started coaching, I remember my coach said, you need to open up an Instagram. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I went and I opened up the Instagram. I learned by trial and error. I learned from everything that Saudi taught me. And one of the things I knew is that I needed to get out there and I needed to create a presence for myself. And that wasn't going to happen. I knew that because I was starting fresh from 0 followers, okay, from hardly no one liking anything because my things weren't even going on the feed, all right? I had to create a presence. I had to be smart. So what did I start doing? Like I said, you know, I knew who I was. From the get-go, I always put food. I even told Saudi not too long ago that I had gotten back to my old IG and I started looking at what I was doing. I said, wow, I was putting a lot of food and I was putting, you know, a lot of myself out there and, you know, and talking about who I was and all this. And I started doing that again because you know what? At the end of the day, I want that the people who follow me are going to be people like me. Like I said, I'm a foodie, I love food, and that's who I am. And, you know, the people who follow me, that's who, you know, I'm picking up who I am. So, and I'm good with that. And I'm more than good with that. So, one of the things that you guys can do when it comes to your hashtags, because I know that some of you want to go and pick up other people's hashtags, and no, don't do that. You have to create your own hashtags. And I don't mean create, you have to pick your own hashtags that are true to you, to who you are, all right? So when I worked with a brand specialist, with the one that did a lot of my logos, okay? One of the things that she had told me is, what she asked me is, what are my interests, okay? I didn't know where she was going with this, but it does make sense to do it, all right? So when you list your interests, try to list about 10 of your interests that are not related to fitness, okay? So what are your interests? Think about that. Take a piece of paper and write down 10 interests that you have that are not related in any way, shape, or form to fitness, all right? And when you're listing them, you know, think about it. Like me, I'm a wine lover. I love cooking. I love food. I love traveling. I love restaurants. You know, I love going out to eat. I love the nightlife. I like things like that. I'm also about family. You know, I'm very big on family. That's who I am, you know. So think about your hobbies. What do you love? You know, I love romance, you know. What do you love? What are your interests? Okay? So when you are thinking about those things, put them down on paper. Then go into Google, all right? And in Google, all right, you're going to put popular hashtags for, let's say, wine lovers, you know, and see what pops up. Popular hashtags for, you know, beaches. Popular hashtags for hiking, if you're into hiking. Popular hashtags for, I don't know, cooking. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take those hashtags that come up, all right? And you're going to go into Instagram and you're going to search those hashtags. And you're going to look through what's in there and see if those people that are under those hashtags are people that you would love to follow. There are people that you would love to work with. If you think so, then stay with the hashtag. If you don't use it. All right? The key here is to at least come up with 25 hashtags that are true to who you are, and that you can start putting those hashtags under whatever post you're making for your IG. Now, why? Okay, I had started doing this, and it actually did work because it actually gave me a lot of ideas. Like I said, one of the things that I love is wine. So a lot of my hashtags before were wine driven, or they were, I had a lot with travel and things like that, all right? And it did work, because then what I started doing is actually going into those, if there were certain hashtags that when I looked at them, those were people that I did want to follow. Eventually, I did go into those particular hashtags and start following people under those. Okay, and then they did start following me back, because then they looked at my IG and they saw, oh, this chick loves wine. Oh, this chick loves to cook. This chick loves food, you know? So it does work. But will it take some time? Yes, it will take some time. And is it wrong if you're going to put it under, you know, if you're going to put those particular 25 hashtags that have nothing to do with the picture that you're posting? Yes, it does. It's fine. Okay, put it, because you know what? People who are meant to come and join you, they're going to join you because they're interested in the same things that you're interested in. Remember that. Okay, so you need, you need to always add new followers. You always need to do that. Because if you're not adding new followers, and I've repeated this until I'm blue in the face, if you have not added new followers, the same people that you have on that IG who are not responding to your invites, are not going to do it to, next month and the month after. You have to add new followers to your IG, to your Facebook. Okay, recently I have been more aggressive on my Facebook, and I'm sorry, my phone, it keeps on giving me these notifications. I've been more aggressive on my Facebook lately. So my Facebook is slowly growing, and I'm actually getting people now. It's because they're looking at my Facebook, and I'm actually getting people that are coming to me on their own, okay? But in order for you to get to that point, you have to be present. You have to be in people's face. So how are you going to be in people's face? By posting 3 to 5 times a day in your social media. Okay, it doesn't mean just post and post away and post any nonsense. Post with intention. Okay, you can actually just post 3 times in your social media as long as it's 3 valuable posts. 3 valuable posts that are saying something. So think about that. All right. Also, it's not about the number. It's not about, oh, you know what? I shared with you that I grew my IG organically, and it's about to be at 17,000. However, numbers mean nothing, because you can have 500 followers and still have Success Club before I do, if you're doing what you need to do. So it's not about the numbers. It's not about that, oh, you know what, she's hitting Success Club because she has 25,000, followers. No. That person that has 25,000 followers sometimes doesn't hit Success Club until later on. It depends on what you're doing. It depends how you're showing yourself out there, too. It depends if they trust you. Are the people that are following you, do they have the same interests as you? That's also important. Also, what I do is I'll stop during the week. I'll go and I'll follow, like I told you, by Sunday. Okay, by Sunday, I usually what I do is I'll go to the app cleaner. All right, and I'll start unfollowing who hasn't followed me back, because I'm not looking, like I said, I'm not looking for numbers. It's not about the numbers. All right, I just want to make sure that what is the reason. If someone doesn't jive with me, or we just don't connect, we don't connect. So I'm not going to have them there just to have them there, just to say, oh, I have like these many people following. No, I'm going to unfollow whoever has not followed me. Okay. So there's many type of apps out there. I use Cleaner. I know there's one that's called Followers, I think it's called. You can use that one. But if you go into your app store in either in iPhone and just put Instagram, like unfollow something, you'll come up with the one that you like. I actually do like Cleaner though, because with Cleaner, you'll see the people who are not following you. And what I do is, before I unfollow them, not all of them, some of them I easily go and select to unfollow. But some of them, you know, someone may catch, you know, my attention, and I'm like, you know, I'll look into their Instagram again, and I'm like, you know what, I really would like this person, you know, like I really would like to be able to connect with this person. So I try to go back into their IG and like a couple of pictures, probably like about 5 pictures, and then comment on 1 or 2 pictures. And usually they'll follow me back. So think about that before just going away and unfollowing people. So another thing is comment on, you know, the people who you see like on your newsfeed on IG, you know, comment on their things, because that's very important. If someone comments on your things, reply back, and then go back and, you know, like some of their pictures and comment on their things as well. Don't just, you know, if someone comments on your post, don't just leave it open like that. Don't do that. You know, out of respect too, you know, comment back, reply back, give a response back. Instagram stories. IG now has this great thing called Instagram stories. It's something like a Snapchat. However, you're able to work your business that way as well. And it's also a good idea that if there are people that you have your eye on, that you really want them either for the business or for, you know, someone that you've been connecting with, you know, go into their IG stories and comment once in a while in one of their stories. Why not? Do it. You know, that's the great thing about IG stories, that you can do that. So comment on 1 or 2 of their things, and that's what I've been doing as well. I've been commenting. You know, I may go and look at someone's IG story, and I try to do that as quick as possible, because I don't want that taking up my day either. But I may not do as, you know, IG stories a lot as many do, but it is a great platform to use, and you should start using it. However, I do go into the IG stories of some people, if it's someone that's interesting, you know, to me, and I'll go and I'll comment on a particular story. All right. So try and do that. And like I said, try and have a social media presence. Okay. If you don't have a social media presence, okay, then first of all, if you don't have a social media presence out there, it's because you're not being consistent. All right. If people are not trusting you, it's because you're not being consistent. Plain and simple. Like, I am not even sugarcoating it. It's on you. If people are not coming to you, if people are not interested in your invite, it's because you are not being consistent. So you have to go back to you and really self-examine yourself. Look at your IG. Go back to this video that I went through, because I added a lot of little things for you guys, and go back to it and really self-reflect on your IG. Look at the first 4 quadrants of your IG. Okay, look at the first 4 quadrants. What is it saying to anyone? I actually did this exercise with one of my girls. I said, look at the first 4 quadrants. Tell me what's wrong with it. And when she looked at it, she said, oh my God, you know, she looked and she said, oh, I'm posting too many motivational posts, and I'm not posting enough about what I'm actually doing. And she told me this. All right. Go to your IG and look at the first 4 quadrants. And by that, I mean, there's there's 3 squares, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those 4 quadrants. Look at that. And be honest with yourself. Rate yourself on your IG. I do it. There are times that I may post something and I'm like, no. Now, I criticize my IG. And you know what? This phone of mine. I welcome anyone who would, who would go to my IG and tell me, Cruz, this year you may want to do better. Whoever does that, thank you. I welcome it. I do, because you know what? It's my business. Social media, if you want to grow this business, social media is where it's at. That's what you're going to be using. And if you don't have a huge social media presence at this moment, you need to start doing a lot of behind the scenes. And by that I mean, go do cold invites, do your DMs, private message, comment on people's stories, comment on their posts. Because if you're not doing none of that, that's it. That's it. People are not going to come to you. People are not going to come to you. You have to go out there. Like I told you, my IG started with this much. This many followers. Zero followers. Okay? I had to work my way up. And how did I do that? I knew I wanted this. At the end of the day, that's all it takes. Is that you have a passion for what you're doing and that you truly want this. That there's no excuses and that you're just going for it. You have to be relentless. You have to be obsessed about your business. And if you are not relentless and obsessed about your business, then you need to sit back and think, why am I doing this? I'm being like more than plain, I can't be more real than that. You have to be truly obsessed about this business. And you have to go for it. Because if you want to see results, if you want to truly help people, they're out there. They're out there. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for who you are to show up. Who are you really? Are you really showing up, as Sally? Are you really showing up as Melissa? Are you really showing up, You cannot be somebody else. And like I said before, people do see that when you're not being genuine. They do see that. So the next time that you're posting, really think about what you're about to post. And please don't continue posting these Shakeology pics, these selfie Shakeology, if you're not adding any value to it. You guys really need to go back to this. All right, to your Shakeology guide, which is extremely important. And actually fill it out and write out what Shakeology has done for you. Beachbody has made it so simple that they've created this reference guide, and it has everything that you need, ideas, everything. So now you take this and you incorporate it here, and you write out your story of what it has done for you, how it makes you feel. So like that, when you're posting about Shakeology, it's not just a pic of you smiling with your Shakeology bottle. It's a pic of you smiling with your Shakeology bottle. And you know what? Shakeology has done this for me. And this is the reason why I'm still on it. And do you know that Shakeology has, probiotics, and because of that, blah, blah, blah. So if you're not doing that, your Shakeology post is basically worthless. So rethink those posts. Be more intentional about your posts. All right? And And like I said, 3 to 5 times a day. Post 3 to 5 times. Stay consistent. Be a presence in your social media so people can learn to trust you. So people can get to know and be you. Be truly you. Be genuine so people can trust you. All right? Have a good night, guys. I hope this helped, and I will be putting everything else at the bottom. Also, oh my God, don't go. All right, so your Your call to action for today is first to share your flavor of Shakeology, just like we've been doing every night, which I'm really proud of you guys for participating. You guys have been awesome. So share your flavor of Shakeology, and also share with the group the first names of the three people, at least three people from your contact list that you have invited to your upcoming challenge group. You should already be inviting to your challenge group that starts on Monday, March 6th. Have you been inviting? Think about that. If you haven't, get to it. We're on Thursday, get to it, okay? And post a picture of yourself with your Shakeology and share one of the benefits you have enjoyed and tag me. I want you guys to tag me on your post, okay? So go to your wall either today or tomorrow and share what Shakeology has done for you. And also what I want to see, another call to action. I want all of you to download this form. Again, I'm going to put it in here in the group. If you haven't, I think Denise did put it in here. However, I'll put the link again in under the comments, and I want everyone to fill this out. And I want you to take a picture of it and show it to me that you filled it out, okay? And post it inside this training group, all right? So have a good night, be blessed, and thank you for watching. Bye, guys.